Guess who was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize again? True, there are a dime a dozen trinkets so useless they threw one at Obama just for brushing his teeth. But it's Trump's third, and it's for something new yet again. Australian law professors, they have them there, nominated him for the Trump Doctrine, a mix of common sense and national interest, keeping us from, quote, endless wars and therefore killing thousands of young Americans. It is funny to be nominated 3 times, not for making liberals feel good, but for real stuff. Middle East peace, reducing our military footprint while expanding our capabilities, beating ISIS, confusing pacifists and generals alike. It reveals that contrast between most leaders and Trump. It's the eloquent statesman who sends kids to die versus the obnoxious ruffian who keeps your kids at home. No one denies Trump's personality. He'll never win a prize for his mostly peaceful press conferences. But that argument is 4 years old, which is why the people still crying about it seem like they're 4 years old. Still, we know Joe can handle a room. He can shake hands, smile those bright white teeth, his hair plugs blowing in the breeze. He can talk wistfully about those who sacrificed their lives and give you the bad news from his basement bedroom, then go back into hiding. We won't lose sleep over Biden's tweets, but some of us might lose sleep over worse things. If you know he'd send in the army again and again. It's worth asking the candidates tonight, what's a bigger worry, mean tweets or a wasteful, never-ending war? Trump produced the tweets. Biden supported the war. We know the media's answer to that, but what's yours? All right, Dana, he got 3 nominations for 3 separate reasons. 2 peace deals, the Trump Doctrine. Could he be the greatest president in the history of the universe?
Could be. Could be. We will see. History will tell. History will tell. I don't think tonight in the buckets of topics, foreign policy won't come up, but I bet Joe Biden maybe will try to possibly bring up climate change and try to make that one. But one of these debates will focus on foreign policy. And remember what Secretary Gates said. He believed that Joe Biden had been wrong on every single foreign policy issue for the last 30 years. He wrote it in his book, like that. It is there. And I do think that the contrast is quite stark. So I look forward to the opportunity for them to actually have that discussion, because I think President Trump has some very good accomplishments that he can tick off. That's a good point. You know, Brett, if you remember, Biden didn't want to take out Osama bin Laden, and Trump took out Soleimani, took out ISIS, took out that other dude. Baghdadi. So yeah, I forget that guy's name. He's dead.
Listen, President Trump has a foreign policy record, as Dana said, to run on. It's not going to be in this debate, it doesn't seem, unless one of the candidates brings it up, and then it's a follow-up, but it's not in the buckets that Chris is focused on. But he has a tale to tell. And it's actually tough, I think, for the Biden folks to say and look at what happened with Israel and UAE and Bahrain and say that's not a good thing. In fact, Biden put out a statement saying it was.
Yeah. Juan, are you now going to admit that you were wrong about Trump? He's got 3 Nobel Peace Prizes. You don't have any.
No, I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Wait a minute. He doesn't have 3. He has 3 nominations,
That's what
Greg.
I said. I think I said
can be nominated.
I said nominations,
Oh,
right?
I thought you said he had 3 Nobel Prizes. Anyway, anybody can be nominated. I mean, the difference here is Obama was nominated and won it. That's the big deal.
But even he admitted that was aspirational.
And that's what I was going to say. And even Obama didn't make a big deal out of it. He's pretty humble about it. He didn't go out campaigning and advertising, I was nominated.
The media does that for him.
That sounds pretty weak to me.
Right.
The media did it for him. My goodness.
Oh, no, I think if you won, I think I'd do it for you.
Oh. Well, I appreciate that.
I'm going to nominate Greg next week.
I do a lot of good.
You're welcome. But I'm saying, boy, that looks weak, you know. The guy says he's nominated. Anybody can be nominated.
Well, you know what? It's nice to be thought of as bringing peace to the world. Right, Jesse?
It's true. I mean, the president, I think, before he was president, was nominated for 8 Emmy Awards, and he got 0. So hopefully he does a little bit better with the Nobel Peace Prizes. But if you're an intellectually honest liberal, I know that's a little bit of an oxymoron, but if you are, you have to admit that Trump's foreign policy has been successful. Do you know the North Koreans have not tested a nuclear device or an ICBM in 3 years? I mean, we have Space Force. We have peace deals. ISIS annihilated, the 2 top terrorists taken out. China's been ostracized. The Iranians are isolated. I mean, this is really good stuff. Susan Rice is out there complaining about, oh, our allies who? Who's she talking about? The Brits, the Indians, the South Koreans, the Japanese, the Israelis? It seems like we have a very nice alliance system, and President Trump, despite being called this big renegade that's going to create a nuclear holocaust, has done the exact opposite.
All right, we got to go.
Foreign policy probably isn't going to come, but China will. Whether it's Hunter Biden or President Trump talking about China, that's going to come up tonight.
You know, Brett,
I got to go, guys.
I know you got to go. I was just going to say goodbye to you. Goodbye, Brett. Be safe. We look
Later,
forward
Brett.
to seeing
Thank
you
you.
later. Prepare well, my friend.